Welcome to Mrs. G's Sewing Space. Today we are going to learn how to make a sleep mask. And a sleep mask is just a nicely shaped fabric to go over your eyes to block out light. So what we're going to do for this is what you're going to need. This is the one that we're going to make. And that's the front, and that's the back. And this is what you're going to need. You're going to need fabric. And this is a quilted fabric. See, it has the top layer, the bottom layer, and the layer in between, and it has lines of stitching running through it, so it's already been quilted. You're going to need your pattern, and you're going to need bias tape. And if you saw in the previous video, I had the same bias tape in my previous video showing you where you can either buy bias tape or how to make your own. You're also going to need thin elastic. This is like 1/4 of an inch wide. And then your normal sewing tools, your scissors and your pins and things like that. So what we're going to do first, I am going to take a moment and iron. This is a 2-inch wide bias tape that I cut, but I just haven't ironed any of it yet. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to iron a good bit of it. So however much would go around, let's see, I'm just going to measure like this. This is how I'm going to figure out how much I need. Go all the way around, and then I'm going to do just a little bit more, just so that I have an idea, plus a dab more. So I'm going to go iron this real quick, and then when I come back we'll talk about putting it together. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take our pins. I have these pins right here. Now that we have our bias tape, whether you purchased your bias tape or not, or made your own, it doesn't matter. We're going to treat this the same way. So we're going to unfold it, and we're going to take the edge of your tape, and we're going to line it up with the side of your fabric here, just like this. And we're just going to pin it all in place all the way around. Okay, now that you have everything pinned together, and you see here on the edges, it's all going to be wrinkly and crunchy right here, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that right now. What we are going to do is, when you fold everything over, you're going to have a cut edge showing on the outside, and that's not what we want. We don't want that cut edge right there. So we are going to take those out, and we're going to fold this edge in like this and pin it back in place. And you're going to take this part and you're going to run it along the edge of the fabric still. And when you get to this part right here where you're going to have this overlap, just snip it here. You're going to snip it like that, and you're going to pin it down because you want this to be on top. It's going to be hidden. And then when you sew it and you flip everything over, you have a nice edge right here. Your cut edges are then hidden. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sew this on, and I'm going to come back and show you, and we'll take it from there. Okay, this is what it looks like when it's all sewn down. So I got a couple of wrinkles, but that's okay. It's not a big deal for your first time. See, that's what that. So I just followed the edge. I did 1/4 of an inch seam allowance here, and now we're going to fold it over. So we're going to pop it inside like this. And what we're going to do, we want the edge of your fabric to cover the edge, the stitching that we just did. Let's see, get a good good light here. So the edge of your fabric right here is going to cover the edge of your stitching right here. So we're going to fold it over, and you can feel it. You can feel with your finger the edge right here. Oh, like the edge right here. So this part needs to extend past that part, and you can feel it between your fingers. So this side is a little higher up, and you can feel the edge of the fabric here on this side. We want it to go over. So if I decided to pin right here, if I pinned right there, it would catch on the other side. So we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, I got it. So this is what it's going to look like on one side, and that's what it's going to look like on the other. And I know it's kind of crunchy looking, and it looks like it's not going to do well. And for the first time around, yeah, it's not. I mean, this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to get some wrinkles. But you know what? It's okay. For your first time, wrinkles are not going to kill you. So what we're going to do, along this line where I have pinned right here, it's called a ditch. You want to do a stitch in the ditch. So it's in between this fabric and in between that fabric where the seam is that you sewed on the other side. And that's where you're going to sew. You're going to try to sew. If you get on the edge here, that's fine. As long as you catch the back side. So see here, I did my best to stitch on the edge or in this stitch in the ditch. I kind of did it right here. But as long as I caught the back side, I was okay. But before we do that, you need to measure your elastic. So this elastic, all I did was I used my elastic and I measured, that's her ear. I measured from ear to ear, or from the edge of the eye to the edge of her eye. So let's see, let's take it. So from the edge of her eye, because that's where our mask is going to be. It's going to be by our eyes to the edge of her eye. So right there by her eye. Can you see? That's her eye right there. And then I snipped it. Except that I did it on my own head. And I'm not going to show you that because it's kind of embarrassing. So you just take it and you measure it from eyeball to eyeball. And then snip a little bit less than that. So there would be from eyeball to eyeball. And then I'm going to go in and snip about an inch off. There you go. Because you want it tight enough to go around your head and fit comfortably. But still be tight so it won't slide off. So on this side, we're going to take our elastic and we're going to slide it into this corner, these curves right here, into this corner or this edge where the curve hits right here, because that's where your elastic's going to go to fit around your eyes. We might ouch, might have to move that. Okay. Okay, and we're going to do the other side. Okay, just like that. So when you sew on the sewing machine, you're going to sew on this side. And like I said, you're going to try to do stitch in the ditch. But if you can't and you get the edge of the pink fabric, that's okay. Or just better yet, just sew on the edge of the pink fabric. When you get to this part where you have your elastic at, make sure your elastic is tucked out of the way. So then you can sew around it and it won't get caught. And then you continue on and just throw your elastic here off to the side, or make sure it's tucked out of the way so as you sew, it won't get caught anywhere else, because it would really stink if it got caught and then you'd have to pick it all out. So this is what the back looks like, and this is what the front looks like. And so this is the final step. All you have to do is stitch all the way around, and then you'll be done. I'm going to go do that and I'll be right back. And here you go. Here is the final eye mask. There's the front, and there's the back. Like I said, there's some wrinkles, but it's alright. There you go. That's what it looks like when it's done. Fabulous! She looks fabulous. Doesn't she look great? And you can look this awesome too when you make your sleeping mask. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you were able to learn something from it. Working for the bias tape on the first time is pretty cool. And I do have another project in mind using bias tape, but it's going to be a while before it comes out. But I hope you enjoyed everything. Leave a comment below to let me know what you think, and give this video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video.